President Biden's open border policies are not only igniting national security concerns, they're fueling America's crime crisis. We have new video of yet another violent migrant attack, and you will not believe this one. This video doorbell footage shows a migrant stealing a pro-Israel flag from a Jewish family's Long Island home. And one of the members of this family, by the way, lost a relative in the October 7th terrorist attack by Hamas. And there you see this individual taking that pro-Israel flag. That homeowner rushed to get his flag back, but the migrant immediately began punching him in the head. You see it there. Put him in a chokehold, headbutted him at least once. That's all according to the homeowner, and threw him to the ground. That migrant has been arrested and charged with a hate crime. Authorities say he's a Palestinian from North Africa. That's how he's self-described. And he got into the U.S. illegally from Mexico back in November. At one point, the attacker repeated anti-Semitic slurs and was caught flipping the bird to a camera. That's becoming somewhat of a trend among these criminals. It was just like the migrant accused of attacking two NYPD officers. What an image. The New York County executive who announced the arrest summed up what many Americans are feeling right now.
We have a crisis. These are not the type of people who come to America like my great-grandparents did, like your great-grandparents and grandparents and parents who came to America to kiss the ground. Instead, they spit on our flag, they trample on our values, and they commit crimes. And they do so at taxpayer expense. This insanity has to stop.
I just want to pull up that side by side because it's so stunning. So this guy comes through the Mexico border in November, commits an alleged hate crime against a man who lost a relative in the October 7th attack. And Leslie, look at what they both do. They're both flipping the bird. This is the New York City cop attacker. And then there you have the migrant in this alleged hate crime. This is a trend in Joe Biden's America.
I would say, sadly, this is a trend, but it's not just a trend among illegal immigrants. There are 3 Palestinian students in Vermont, one who is now paralyzed, the perpetrator, an American citizen. There was a little boy who was stabbed 26 times to death because he was Muslim. These are just 2 examples. There's horrific attacks against Jewish people. There's horrific attacks against Muslim people,
and not all crossed our border illegally,
right,
that are committing these attacks.
not all by migrants. Again, something has to be done. Absolutely, I have always agreed with this. No matter who was president, no matter which party was in power, something has to be done about immigration, not just because it's an election year, because it is a problem and it does contribute to crime. But the numbers show that the majority of crimes and violent crimes are committed by American citizens.
Those are apples and oranges. And of course, we have space in our hearts to mourn those who are hurt in every type of crime, particularly what would look to be a hate crime. This is about coming to this country and demanding that the food they're being given for free isn't good enough. This is about coming to this country and crawling through spaces undetected so that they can break more laws when they get here, because otherwise they would go through a port of entry. That's not what you're talking about, is whether or not we have space to see that Muslims are hurt too. That's not what this is about. What this is about is when people break our laws, they put their middle fingers up to the cameras. I mean, that's what Kayleigh's pointing out. And what they have in common is the way they got here. That's what we're talking about right now. And if you want to stop that, that's going to be a different type of a plan than to stop the 2 examples that you gave. The type here, you close the border. You get caught up in the last 3 years of 8 million people coming into the country. You get caught up on your justices being able to go through which claims are asylum and which people need to be deported right away. Of course, you know how I feel. If you came illegally, we send you back, and you figure out how to do it the legal way.
And Emily,
get to the back of the line.
The homeowner who is the victim of this hate crime, I want him to be able to speak here. He said this is happening because of open borders. And before letting people in, we need to see their backgrounds. We need to protect our country, our citizens, our taxpayers, straight from the mouth of the victim.
Of course it is. Look at that. The video of your neighbor, of my neighbor, being attacked on his lawn. that is not only an assault, but it's an attack on all of America. Isn't that the whole point that we're talking about? That flagrance, the absolute lack of respect, the lack of respect for our commander-in-chief's words of deterrence, the lack of respect for anyone trying to enforce the laws. Those police whose salaries we pay that are in danger every day to show up and arrest this guy. He's facing over 4 charges. Who do you think is going to pay for his 3 square meals a day in prison or in jail? Us, we are, exactly.
And
the whole point is that, as he said, too, if I see the flag of the people that killed my people, there will be a problem. That's what the Palestinian guy said on the police report. Oh, there's going to be a problem to you? There's a problem now to all of us Americans. It is illegal immigration, and it is the fact that with every breath of this commander-in-chief, Americans are being prioritized last. And that attack is just the tip of the iceberg. When is it going to be you or your neighbor next?
You know, tying together the problem with the border with the problem of the fact that the country itself has gone to great hatred and division as opposed to inclusivity, which we were founded on. Of course, people that come here illegally aren't even understand the background of this country. Not to mention the fact that the hate crime against Israel, against the Jewish person on Long Island there, was hideous because it was against all Jews. And it isn't just that we can't make a moral equivalency and say, okay, this one's against Jews, that one's against Palestinians, because you have to understand what October 7th was, which was part of a much larger problem of people that don't believe Jews should exist or Israel should exist. That's where that comes from. So we have to rail against that. And then, of course, we also should be against hate crimes of all time. We need to go towards kindness and inclusivity.
Well, at least I'm glad to report the guy who committed the hate crime was held on $50,000 bail. So not a lawless DA there. That was the second part of this story. Some DAs still follow the law.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.